Welcome everyone. Namaste. Thank you for being in practice this morning. Find a seat that is comfortable for you and try and visualize your spine from your pelvis lifting up, creating length through the central axis in your body. Soften the eyelids down or gaze down towards the tip of your nose. And as you come into practice, give yourself this moment to arrive. Letting the palms rest on your lap, perhaps bringing the elbows a little bit in towards your trunk. Inviting the chest to gently lift and expand. The shoulders to soften over the hips. The whole organ of your skin to release tension and melt down. Today, as we start this practice, an invitation to bring your right hand into your belly and your left hand into the heart center. And as you stay seated, an opportunity to start bringing the attention from the outside world, from the noises, the sounds, the things that you can pick up from your room or coming from outside the room, slowly towards your own body and the sensations as the energy, the prana moves in and leaves your system. Every single time we breathe in, we have a new cycle. We are embodying change. And today I'm reading a very short portion of a definition of yoga as I started doing yesterday. And I'm going to specifically touch onto a piece. So yesterday I read a few different definitions of the word, and today I'm taking one of those. And it says, one of the meanings of the word yoga is to attain what was previously unattainable. The starting point for this thought is that there is something that we are today unable to do. When we find the means for bringing that desire into action, that step is yoga. In fact, every change is yoga. For example, when we find a way to bend the body forward and touch our toes, or when we learn the meaning of the word yoga with the help of a text, or when we gain more understanding of ourselves or others through a discussion, we have reached a point where we have never been before. Each of these movements and changes is yoga. In a time when change is very present, as we stay connected to our breath and our hearts, we touch on to the understanding that change requires courage and vulnerability. And holding space through our practice, holding space to listen to our bodies, to be brave, to move from a place to a new place, from a place where we are at, and with the intention of changing or creating change, we hold on to that bravery. We let ourselves be vulnerable, and we rely on steadiness in our hearts. And as we do in our practice, we give our best, we commit, we stay connected to the breath. Let's bring our palms together right in front of the heart center and take a moment to visualize your intention for this practice today. And in that intention you visualize, you see yourself moving with that intention, embodying what you want to achieve, the change you wish to see. Let's open with the Om sound, inhaling deeply through the nose first. A big exhale, then breathing in again. Then we connect head, hands, and heart, the three together at the center. When you're ready, release the palms. Lifting slowly the head, we open the eyes. Welcome again, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm moving to the mat. Today, if you have blocks, have them close by. We are starting by coming onto our mats, onto our backs. And as we come onto our backs, we're going to keep the feet close to the sitting bones for a moment. And again, bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart center, and take a few breaths here, noticing the pace of your breath, and slowly starting to carve the practice of nostril breathing, so we can create this new pattern, or perhaps just deepen this pattern of staying steady in the breath, trying to make it fluid, deep, and long, and return to that breath as much as possible. Just bringing awareness to where we are at. Even if our postures are not steady, if we can create union and connection with the breath, then we can find that steadiness also in our minds and in our hearts. Good, then we'll slowly release the arms to the sides. And today I'm going to start by bringing my feet a little closer. I'm going to lift my right leg to put my right foot on top of the left thigh. And we are going to start by creating some connection with the core, okay? So before I do anything here, I want to remind you that when I'm talking about the core, I'm thinking my hip bones moving into one another. I'm thinking pelvic floor lifting up towards my heart or towards the ribs, and I'm thinking ribs moving down towards the belly button. So we have a little bit of a diamond shape, let's say, if we visualize it, from the bottom lifting, from the sides moving in, and from the navel or the ribs moving down into the center. And we try and hold on to that to create steadiness in that whole core. So I'm going to hold on to that, activate my glutes, moving them into one another. And as I have my arms down, I'm going to create pumps slowly. I'm going to inhale, glutes active, lifting the pelvis, and then exhale. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Think of that diamond shape in the core. Firm the hips in, ribs down, exhale. Good, same leg. I'm going to send the right leg up. I'm going to push through the heel and then through the base of the toes. Same idea for the core. I'm pushing into the left foot. And again, 5 times. I'm going to inhale, activate glutes, exhale. Try to keep the hips steady and leveled, okay? Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Last one. Good, and then bend that right knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. through the nose. Good, we switch sides. Left foot on top of the right thigh. Hug the hips into one another, ribs down, pelvic floor lifts up, and we go for 6. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Draw the abdomen in, bring the pelvic floor up to the ribs, ribs down. Good, one more. Good, and then we send that left leg up, extend through the leg, push through the heel, press through the toes, firm the hips in, try to keep them at the same level, and let's go up and down. Two more. Good, then release that left leg. Take a deep inhalation to extend the arms up overhead. Exhale, stay there. Good. Hold opposite elbows. Press through the elbows up and away from your head. Extend the legs. Push through your heels. And for a moment, we are going to push right heel and right elbow away from one another. So I'm sending my right elbow up, my right heel down, and then back to center. Then left heel out towards the end of the mat, left elbow up, and back to center. And again, press right heel away from your body, right elbow up, and return. Left elbow, left heel, and return. Beautiful. Release the arms, bend your knees again. Bring laced fingers or interlocked fingers behind the head and press the head into the hands for a moment. We're going to do like the cat-cow, but we're going to add some stuff there, okay? So bring the feet so they are sitting bone distance apart. Again, we are activating the core. We inhale here, pressing the elbows down, opening the chest. Exhale, bring the navel in, lift the elbows towards one another. We round the upper back. And then again, inhale, opening up, arching a bit in the lower back. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Opening up, feel that breath, expand. Exhale, bring it in. Last one. Good, now I'm going to add some modification. Inhaling, opening up. With the exhale, bring the elbows towards one another. Lift, send the right leg up. Breathe in here, hug that abdomen in. Then release, come down. And again, on the exhale, we lift, navel in. Left leg goes up in a diagonal. Hold it there. Bring it down, release. Inhale, open up. Exhale, we lift, right leg up. Bring it down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, lifting, belly in. Extend the left leg. Bring it down. One more time each side. Inhaling, we open. Exhale, bring it in and extend. Slowly, the last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it in and release. Release the arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Good, then cross one shin over the other and start rocking forward and back a few times. And whenever you can, come forward and we switch into the hands and knees. Good, from the hands and knees position, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, and we inhale, we arch the spine for the cow shape, and we exhale, bringing the belly up, rounding into the cat pose. And again, inhaling, exhale. 2 more, we inhale, opening up, lifting the sternum, Exhaling, drawing the abdomen up, sacrum down, chin in. Last one. Good. From here, we come back towards the neutral. Move your knees a few inches behind your hips. Tuck your toes. Move your fingertips a little bit towards the sides of your mat. So I'm spinning my hands just like a half an inch to the sides, long sides of the mat. And then from there, I'm going to start lifting the knees slowly, sending the sitting bones up towards the skies, pushing the mat away, spreading the sitting bones and sending the sacrum up towards the ceiling. And if you need to have your feet a little wider than the regular shape, please take them out towards the sides of your mat. I like that a lot and I do it all the time. And then from there, first, feel the chest coming towards your thighs, push the mat away. Once you are there, release the neck and the head, toning your arms. Good, and then slowly pedal your feet one at a time, maybe just a couple of times to feel that stretch in the backs of the legs. Good, and then slowly bring both heels down towards the back of your mat. See if you can ground the inner heels and press through the base of your toes to lift your inner arches as much as you can. Then lift the pelvic floor up. We return to that diamond shape in the core, hips in, ribs down towards the pelvis, drawing the pelvic floor up, pushing the mat away. Good, and then we're going to walk the feet a little closer to one another. And I'm going to look at my arms and very slowly in like slow motion, we're going to try and bring the elbows down towards the mat. And then you're going to press down with your elbows and bring them a little closer to one another. Good, from here we're going to walk the feet a little closer to the elbows, relax the head, send the chest towards your legs. And keeping the pelvis neutral, drawing the abdomen up, we're going to send the right leg up and back. Bend the right knee, opening the right knee towards the left. Try to keep the pelvis neutral, so don't tilt it all the way to the left. Mainly opening the groins here. Draw the belly in. Push the mat away with the inner elbows and forearms. Then re-extend the right leg. Bring the right foot down. Good, second side. Let's send the left leg up, draw the abdomen in, bend the left knee, opening the knee towards the right. Tone that right leg, push the chest towards the leg. Push the mat away with the elbows, relax the head. Return, and bring the knees down. Widen through the knees and take a child's pose. Good, a moment here to return to your breath. Just activating and moving the flow of breath and the blood within our bodies to move the energy and the lymphatic system and go a little bit upside down. So we are creating a different relationship to gravity. Take a few breaths here, a few more. And then we'll move from child's pose into the rest of our practice. Change means challenge. So we push ourselves out of our comfort zone to move towards a new place. It's almost like flying, right, from one point to another point. And that process of changing, it's when we feel vulnerable and we hold on to the steadiness in our hearts and our breath to keep moving towards a new place. Let's slowly bring the palms in front. Look at the hands so you can again spin the fingertips a little bit towards the sides. And from there we'll go into a regular downward facing dog. Find that dog, push the arms into the mat, draw the abdomen up, ribs down, relax the head, bend the knees, gaze forward, and walk or step to the top of your mat. Pressing firmly through the feet, inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, coming to center, with the palms, we release. We'll take 3 sun salutations that are simple in the sense that we do them often, so you know the movements. The first one, we are going to do it like usual. I'm going to go with you guys. The next 2, we are going to try and do them without looking. So we are going to try and close our eyes and feel the sensation of the challenge without looking what we are doing, of course going with safety and care, okay? So the first one, eyes open, we inhale, arms up overhead. We exhale, we fold over the legs. We inhale, halfway lengthening. We exhale, we walk back to downward facing dog. From there, we inhale to plank pose. Hold that core in, exhale, come down. Inhale, cobra pose, lengthen the front spine, lift the sternum, shoulders down. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. We go up, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Bend the knees, draw the abdomen up, gaze forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Press firmly through the feet, inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling, we come to center, and we release. Okay, let's take a deep breath in here, and exhale. Keep the eyes closed, feel your body in space. And if you choose that you want to come with me to this challenge, keep your eyelids soft and closed. And we move again into this sequence. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, we fold until we touch down, maybe bending the knees, releasing the torso, the head, and the neck. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen halfway. Exhale, hands down, walk back, take your downward facing dog. Try to keep it without looking, feel the shape in your body, and perhaps this new way of moving gives you the opportunity to create change and to feel differences. Inhaling, we come to plank. Hold that core, push the mat away, firm the shoulder blades into the back of your chest. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhaling, rolling shoulders back, cobra pose. Exhale, coming down. Tucking the toes. Up we go, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, feel the body here without using your eyes. Good, and then walk or step to the top of your mat. Press firmly through the heels and the base of your toes. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Stay there for a moment, pause. Try to keep the eyes closed. Notice your breath. Sensations in your body. Feel your base. Regroup, reset. Last one, let's go again with the eyes closed. If you're following the lead, inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, we fold over the legs, bending if you need. Inhaling, halfway lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, walk back, downward facing dog. From there, we inhale into plank pose. Lower all the way. Roll the shoulders, shoulder blades down your back. Lift the sternum up to the skies. Press through the tops of the feet. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Up we go, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, gaze forward, step, hop, or jump to the top. Press through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And then take the arms down to the sides. Take a moment here and slowly reopen your eyes. Notice the breath. Recognizing again where you're standing, where you landed. Perhaps you see things a little bit different, some changes that you didn't pay attention before. Let's move from here, bringing the feet a little closer to one another. We're going to inhale and come into Utkatasana, the chair shape. Opening through the chest, sitting bones heavy. Tone the inner thighs and lift the front spine. Good, a little bit more. Inhale here. Exhale. We are going to create a new change here. See if you can keep this chair shape and lift your heels. So it's a chair with a little bit of a challenge for balance. Keep the heels lifted and see if by keeping the heels lifted still you can fold the body all the way until you touch down and then bring the heels down and fold. Then inhale halfway. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Good, we are going to come from here into plank pose. Lift your right leg off the mat. Keep that right leg extended. Lengthen through the front spine. Come all the way down. Then release the right leg. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Second side. Inhaling, plank pose. Lift the left leg. Just hover. Hold that core, pelvis neutral. Draw the belly up. Come down, release the leg, inhaling cobra pose, exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here to reset the body. And we'll move from here into the next one. Good. From here, inhale the right leg up and back. Bring the right foot forward, take the back heel in and down. And we start with warrior one, right side. Firm the hips into one another, draw the navel up, open up through the chest. Bending the front knee, firm the right hip back. Take a deep inhalation, opening up through the chest. Exhale. Good, I'm going to move so I can show you what's coming. Good, from this warrior one, we are going to open into warrior two. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, stay. Slowly we return to warrior two. Good, and now here I'm going to switch a little. I'm going to extend the front leg, bend the back leg, which is the left, and I'm going to come into a squat. I want that left heel to stay grounded, so don't go super far down. Just push through the right heel. If you need the hands down, put them down. If you're okay here, keep pushing through the right heel. Good, one more breath. Then slowly press up. We come back, warrior two. Good, inhale, reverse. Exhale, bring the hands down, back to downward facing dog. Inhaling plank. Exhale, lower. Take your vinyasa, unless you're choosing to skip it, which is absolutely fine. Back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. And exhale. Second side. Left leg goes up and back. Left foot comes forward. Right heel comes down. We come up warrior one. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Draw the right hip forward, the left one down. Lengthen through the sides, open the chest. One more breath. Then we slowly open, warrior two. Left leg is in front. Good, let's reverse the warrior. Inhale. One more breath. We come back, warrior two. Good, now we switch. I'm going to extend the right leg, turn the right foot, and bend that knee for a squat, lifting the back heel. Right heel is pressing down, so it's not lifted. Don't go super far down. One more breath. Opening hip flexors. Good, then if you can, you go back up. Good, and now we rebend, left leg out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Good, then we come back, downward facing dog. And your option here to take a vinyasa, to close this sequence, or stay in down dog and wait for the rest. Rolling up, and all the way to downward facing dog. We take a few breaths here. Noticing changes, and see if you can, in this downward facing dog, find something, maybe it's a tiny something that you can do different and create a change, and notice that change in your body, in your energy, in your breath. Good, then we'll bend the knees, gazing forward. Again, we walk or step or jump to the top of the mat. Press through the heels, base of the toes, come all the way up. And exhale, coming to center and release. Beautiful. From here, we are going to widen the feet all the way to the sides of your mat, as wide as your mat. We are going to place the fingers behind the lower back. Roll the shoulders back and down. Extend through the arms, lifting the sternum. You lift also through the crown of the head, toning the hips in. Draw the navel up. Good, and then from here, if you need to bend the knees, bend the knees. We're going to lengthen the heart forward, away from the belly. And we fold over the legs, sending those shoulder blades up and back, relaxing the head. Bend the knees, like I said, if you need. You can always bend the knees and then slowly re-extend and feel the power of that opening in the hamstrings and the back, okay? But if that feels like it's a lot, you stay with the knees bent. Relax the head, but keep sending the shoulders away from the ears. Good, then slowly release the arms down. Bring the feet a little closer to one another. Two options here. One, to take a squat and stay in the squat. Second one, to hook the knees onto your armpits. Gaze forward and play a little bit with holding that core in, pushing through the hands and coming into arm balance. Your choice. You can take a squat and stay in the squat. Hold that core up, gaze forward, and then slowly release. Or if you're still playing, play there. Good, from there, we are going to bend the knees, put the hands on your hips, lengthen the torso, come all the way up. Take a deep breath in, and deep breath out. Good, feet together. Again, we are going to take Utkatasana, the chair pose, lifting the heels one more time. Draw the abdomen up, chest open, shoulder blades down. Lift those heels if you can. Then slowly fold over the legs. Let the heels come down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, walk back, downward facing dog. Stay there for the inhale. And exhale. Good, let's inhale, right leg up and back. Bring the right knee towards the chest. Push the mat away, lift that knee a little higher. Send that right foot forward, turn the back foot down. Warrior two. Good, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, release, pressing into the base of your feet. Good. Inhale. Again, we reverse. Drop the right hip. Lengthen through the right inner thigh. Good. With the exhale, we come to side angle pose. Shift the chest up towards the skies. Drop the right hip down. Lift the inner left thigh and send the abdomen up towards the left. The fibers of your belly, bring them from right to left. Good, then we get a little deeper by coming with the right hand down. You can take the block, left arm up, and send that chest up and over towards the ceiling. One more breath. Good, option to send that left arm up and over a little further. Good, then from there, we bring the left hand to the left hip, and I'm going to make space because I don't have enough space, but we're going to move into balance. So if you need the block, you bring it under your right hand, and from there, we are going to lift into half moon. Putting the block under the right hand if you want. You can go a little further with that hand, creating more length in the right side of the trunk. Push the left heel, send the left arm up. Squeeze the glutes into one another. Draw the pelvic floor up, ribs down. Good. Option here today to bend the left knee, catch the foot if that's available, and push the foot into the hand, opening the chest. Squeeze the glutes in. One more breath. Then release. Slowly return. Warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. We are going to slowly return towards the right foot. This time I'm going to lift the left knee, the left heel, and bring the left knee down. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. From here, I'm going to inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, send the shoulders back, open through the chest. Good. Then I'm going to bring that right arm inside the right foot. I'm moving the right foot a little bit out. Both hands are inside. And from here, if you have the ability to bring the forearms down, you bring the forearms down. And we try and keep the chest facing forward. Press into the right foot. Take a few breaths, lengthen through the spine. Relaxing the face. Notice your breath. Beautiful. Then slowly bring your hands back into your mat and go back to downward facing dog. Option to take the vinyasa here again, coming into plank, lowering through chaturanga, up dog, and then down dog. You can also take a child's pose if you need for a moment before moving into the second side. Take a few breaths. Return. Beautiful, you're all still alive. Good. Keep breathing in and out, and we are moving into the second side of our sequence. Inhaling, left leg goes up and back. Left knee comes to the chest. Lift that knee a little higher. Then thread that left foot forward. Turn the back foot down. Settle through the feet. We come up, warrior 2. Good. From here, inhale, reverse the warrior. Open that left side in your body. That left chain, let it open and expand. Good. And then we come into side angle pose. Have the blocks there if you need. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Lift the inner arch. Spin the belly and the chest up to the skies. Squeeze the glutes towards one another, ribs down towards the hips. Good, then we go a little deeper. Left arm down, you can take your right arm up first. And with my arm, I'm pushing into the leg so it helps me twist a little more towards the skies. Drop that left hip, a little more. Good, and then bring the right arm over. One more breath. Try to notice if you are fighting something in your body. Let it flow. Bring the right arm up. Put that right hand onto your right hip. Send that left hand outside the foot. And then we come into balance, half moon. Use the block if you need. Lifting through the right inner thigh. Squeeze the glutes towards each other. Open the chest, the fibers of your belly up to the ceiling. Half moon pose. Press into the base of your left big toe. Lift the inner arch, push into the inner heel of that left foot and push through the center of your right heel. Good, then slowly bending the front knee. We land back, warrior two. Good, and then slowly bringing both hands down, lift your right heel, bring the right knee down. Now I'm going to just move the left foot a little bit further out, right hand down, I'm twisting to the left, roll the shoulders back. Then bring that left hand down and bringing the left arm inside the left leg. Good, and then from there, either blocks or just staying on your hands if this is enough, or bringing the forearms down. One more breath. Then slowly go back onto your hands. Send the left leg back, downward facing dog. Good, bring your knees down, widen the knees, sit back, and take a child's pose. As you take this minute in child's pose, I want to share something that I read that I really liked, if I can find it. Good. Yeah. As you think about your own path to daring leadership, remember Joseph Campbell's wisdom. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Own the fear, find the cave, and write a new ending for yourself, for the people you're meant to serve and support, and for your culture. Choose courage over comfort. Choose whole hearts over armor. And choose the great adventure of being brave and afraid at the exact same time. One more full cycle. And then slowly pushing with your hands up to a seat. We'll bring the knees together. I'm sitting onto my heels for a moment into what we call Virasana. If you need a block in between the sitting bones, put it there, or a pillow. If you are okay sitting here, just let the hands come onto your thighs. Lift the sides of your torso, roll the shoulders back. Lift the sternum up and relax the shoulders. Take a few breaths. One more, softening the skin in the face. Good, and then we'll add to that more action by coming into a back bend. So I'm going to take my right hand to the right side, activate my glutes, lift through the front spine, send my left arm up and over, and create more activation through the sacrum, moving down, glutes in, and then coming back to a seat. Second side, left hand down, inhale, lift, open the chest, send the glutes into one another, and then slowly return. One more each side, right hand down, roll, open, lift, and then return. Second side, and return. Good, now we are going to tuck the toes, sit onto our heels. If you can, you spread your toes with your fingers. If this feels too intense, if you're practicing with me, I've been doing this lately a few times, so you've already seen it. But if not, there's also the option to put the block or pillow in between the heels and the sitting bones, and that makes it much easier, and it's a very good way to practice creating consistency into opening our feet, the backs of the legs, and the lower back. So let's take a few breaths here. Again, lengthening through the sides, rolling the shoulders back, lifting through the chest or the center of your chest, and try to press firmly into the base of your big toes, because sometimes the feet tend to like lean out. So see if you can bring the energy down through the base of your big toes. One more breath or two. Good, and then we'll slowly release that, shake it a little bit through the feet, press into your hands, and let's take one down dog to stretch the legs. Pedal your feet if you need. Good, and then bring the knees back down, bring the legs in front. Sit tall for a moment. Draw the abdomen in, the lower back in. Hug or grab the under thighs or the underside of your knees. Lift up, shins parallel to the floor. Lift the lower back into the front of your body. Good. Draw the sternum up. Bring the arms parallel to the floor. Stay tall as much as you can. Hug that core in, hips in, pelvic floor lifting, navel down. Then cross one shin in front of the other. Sit tall. Good. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, left hand to right knee, we twist to the right. Inhaling deeply here. Exhale. One more, inhale. Relaxing the jaws, exhale. Good, let's switch sides. Coming back to center, legs stay the same. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the spine, inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Good, then we slowly return to center. Now cross the opposite shin on top. Inhale, arms up overhead, and we exhale and we fold over the legs. Two more breaths here. And then slowly walk yourself back. Good. If you have a blanket, I'm going to suggest that you take it and you just keep it folded, a normal fold, or you can do double fold if you want for a little extra height. I'm going to use it to sit on top. So I'm just putting the very end of my sitting bones on top, so I'm leaning forward. Then I'm going to bring the right heel towards the pelvis, the left leg stays out, okay? I'm going to try and extend the left leg through the heel, keeping the knee pointing up towards the ceiling. And if you look at your legs, of course, one is bent, but if you look at your legs, both your knees should be more or less in the same angle, okay? So I'm centered in between my knees, okay? Good, from here, at your own possibility and at the place that it feels natural and appropriate for you today, we are going to slowly move into a fold. Maybe it's like this, halfway, lengthening the front of your spine. Maybe it's staying upright where you are now. Maybe it's coming with the forearms down. Maybe you put blocks or pillows in front of you, okay? Remember that we are folding in between the legs. I'm not going to one side or the other. So we fold here, lengthening through the inner left thigh, all the way to your inner heel. You can even use your thumbs like I'm going to do and put the forehead there for support. Softening the jaws, the tongue, and the skin in your face. Then we slowly press up. Good, and before we switch sides, we'll take one side opener here, extending your left arm alongside the left leg. Bring the right arm up and over, spin the chest up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades behind the heart. Then slowly come up. Beautiful, and we come to the last side. Extend your right leg, bring the left heel in. Good, we sit tall. We stay either tall where we are, check the knees that they are in the same angle, press through the right heel. Good, and then from here we walk ourselves into the fold. We are creating more opening in the inner right thigh. So you open that leg as far as it feels normal or appropriate, and you just try to keep that action through the inner leg moving out without tilting your knee in or out. So keep the knee pointing up to the ceiling. A couple more breaths. Good. Then slowly walk yourself back up. I have an extra prop. And then we are going to take the right arm alongside the right leg, pushing through the heel, still keep the toes pointing up and curl them towards your knee. And then we bring that left arm up and over, trying to send the belly up. Chest also moving up towards the skies. One more breath. Then we slowly return. Beautiful. Bring your right heel in. Wait, I want you to be able to see me. Good. And I'm going to bring the soles of the feet to one another. You can always put a bell there or just grab with your hands. And opening. I'm still at the border of my blankie, okay? So I'm not sitting all the way back. I'm a little bit tilted forward and widen through the inner thighs. And as you grab your feet with the belt or your hands, roll the shoulders back, lift through the chest, and open up the collarbones. Imagine your collarbones as wide as your mat, and lift them up. Like if you had balloons right underneath your collarbones and they are lifting them towards the ceiling or the skies. One more breath. Good. Then slowly bring the legs towards one another. Move out of that blanket. Good. We have a little time left. So I'm going to come onto the back and hug the knees into the chest. Roll gently from side to side. And then option here for the ones who are used to a flow and you want to take a shoulder stand, you can come up with props. I don't have the time to show this, So if you are used to and you feel confident and safe to do it, you can do that. You can also bring a block, like I'm going to show, under the pelvis and take your legs up with any height that feels comfortable for you, opening the chest, sending the shoulders down, send both your legs up to vertical. This is what we usually call Viparita Karani, or the legs up the wall. And if you prefer to do it at a wall for real, if you have the wall or a dresser or the back of a sofa or something where you can put your legs there, please do, and stay for a few breaths. I may go over just a minute or two. If you are taking the shoulder stand, make sure that your hips are coming over the shoulders. Susan, that thoracic spine is too rounded. Yes, lift up, lift up, lift up. If you're taking that shoulder stand, those hips need to be tall, tall, tall. You need to be pressing into the back of your chest with your hands so you can lift further up, okay? If you just have the block underneath and you're lifting the legs, take 2 more breaths. Good, and then slowly bend the knees, don't fall over, control the landing with your core. The entryway and the exit are part of your shape or your asana. Good, and then slowly take the props out. If you want, you can roll your blanket under your thighs. And we are coming into Savasana. Taking the last few minutes to rest, let go of effort, and receive the benefits of this practice in our being. Yoga attempts to create a state in which we are always present, really present in every action, in every moment. The more present and attentive we are in performing a task, the better at it we become, and the more conscious of our actions we are. Every change is yoga. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Own the fear, find the cave, and write a new ending for yourself, for the people you are meant to serve and support, and for your culture. Choose courage over comfort. Choose whole hearts over armor. And choose the great adventure of being brave and afraid at the exact same time. This is by Brené Brown. Take a deep inhalation through the nose and a big exhale. Give yourself a moment to return to your body. Wiggling fingers, moving toes, slowly adding gentle movement to reanimate the body the way you feel appropriate. Keeping the face soft, the eyes kind, find a way to bend the knees and roll over to the side. And then slowly come up when you feel ready to the seat that will mark the end of this journey together. An opportunity again to bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart, and notice your breath as you sit tall. Recognizing the rhythm of that energy moving in, through, and out of your body. Noticing sensations, thoughts, and emotions after the practice. And giving ourselves a chance to hold whatever shows up in this moment for us. Let's bring our palms together in gratitude to the heart center. Gratitude for this practice, for the opportunity to be connected and united through the practices of moving away from fear towards courage, love, kindness, steadiness, and peace. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Let's bow into our hearts. Namaste.